recording. There we go. All right. So take a moment to get comfortable. Please remember that if crossing your legs is not your most comfortable favorite place, please feel free to just let the legs extend and just place a little blanket or bolster underneath the knees so that you're not hyperextending the knees. Okay. Let the hands come to face up, palm facing up. And what we're going to do today, you guys, is that we're going to play a little bit with our hands. So what we're going to begin by doing is we're going to take our left hand and we're going to wrap it around our thumb. Okay? And then as we breathe, I'll say change, and then you'll wrap it around your index finger, and then you'll wrap it around your middle finger, ring finger, and then pinky finger. Okay? So we're just going to do that. So this is a little bit of Ayurveda. Each one of your fingers, right, works with a different element, right? So air, fire, earth, water. So that's all we're doing, is that we're just kind of balancing each of the elements as we start. So we're going to start by just lightly holding onto the thumb. Let your eyes gently close. Take a moment to just fidget, making sure that you're comfortable. Take a moment to notice if your spine is really comfortable where you are, feeling the stack. Letting your eyes gently close. And then gently coming into that deep diaphragmatic breath. And then again, if as you come into this, you need a little bit of adjustment, please adjust your body, making sure that it's really comfortable. And as you begin to come into your breath, feel the breath begin to shift so that as you inhale, you feel that low belly expand. And then allowing that expansion as you inhale to continue up through the solar plexus, through the rib cage, to all the way behind the heart and above. And then as you exhale, gently feel that exhale release from behind the heart and the rib cage, going down to the solar plexus, and then finally down to that low belly, gently drawing in and up. And just continue to follow this path so that the breath, as you fills from the low belly to the solar plexus and then up behind the heart. And then feel it release behind the heart, behind the solar plexus, and then finally the low belly. One more breath. And then gently release your thumb and wrap your index finger. Coming again back into your breath. And then another cycle of breath. slow and steady. If you're choosing to pause at the top for 1 to 2 counts, that's fine. And then with the next breath, gently change, coming into the middle finger. And as you're here, focusing on your breath, see if you can begin to feel. You may feel a little bit of a pulse moving through the finger that you're holding, which is great. It's just a way of reconnecting into the body. And then gently change, moving to the ring finger. And then finally to the pinky. And then gently release the fingers. 3 more cycles of breath. Please do it at your own pace. At the end of 3 cycles of breath, gently place the palms over your heart. And then from here, what we're going to go ahead and do is we'll begin to bring in sound and tone, vibration. We'll start by singing the sound of ah, then we'll move to the sound of oh, then the sound of mm. On the 4th breath, please set your intent coming from your heart, what you most need, what you most desire. So when you're ready, taking again that deep, full inhale, that deep breath of joy.
And then when you're ready, gently release your hands, allowing them to come back down to the tops of the thighs. And then allow them to come down by your sides. And let's, with our eyes still closed, take a deep, full breath of joy. So really feel that inhale come from the low belly, lengthening all the way out through the fingertips. Beginning to move into the shoulder complex, letting it come all the way up. Palms touch. Pause here. Feel the extension. And then as you exhale, use the entire exhale to gently, slowly bring the hands all the way back down to heart center, allowing the thumbs to rest at the heart place on the sternum. Full cycle of breath right here. And then gently, slowly release. Allow the corners of the mouth to turn up, eyes softly open. Thank you, you guys, very much. Okay, so here's what we're going to do to start. We're going to practice here from a seated position with these movements, because then we're also later on in the practice going to do these from our feet, okay? So the first piece is we're going to practice making Ys with our arms. So what I want you to do is start with the palms facing out, arms about shoulder height. So just take a moment, and what I want you to do is beginning with the left shoulder, just feel that shoulder blade gently retract, moving towards the spine, and then let that release. And then moving into the right side, gently drawing that right shoulder blade, retracting it towards the spine, letting it relax. And then again, moving on that left side, gently drawing back. Right side, gently drawing back. Good. And then let it relax. Now, as it relaxes, see if you can lengthen the fingertips out. Oh, a little bit more. Good. Beautiful. When you're ready, you're going to take a deep inhale, filling the belly, and as you exhale, draw the arms up, letting them stop wider than shoulder width, bringing them into the shape of a Y. Then I want you to turn the palms away. And with the next exhale, I want you to go as slow as you can. Bring them back down. So take a deep inhale. And then exhale. See if you can remember how to begin to engage through the lower parts of the shoulder blade. Good. And then again, allow the palms to turn out. Changing again, palms turning up. And then inhale. And exhale. And as you bring the palms up, oh, feel, not only are you pulling through the top of the shoulder, but you're also stabilizing through the bottom. Turn the palms away.
And then as you exhale, slowly using the entire exhale, feel those lower shoulder muscles draw down. Good. Let's do that one more time. Palms face forward. Change them so palms face up. Deep inhale. Exhale, feel the pull. Really use, you're going to have to use your muscles because they're moving against gravity. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome. Turn the palms to face away. Good. Now begin slowly with the exhale. Feel those shoulders do the work. Good. This time I want you to allow them to come all the way down. Woo! Roll those shoulders. Okay. And then take a moment and come into the neck. So let's start again towards the left side. So just very gently draw that left ear towards that left shoulder. And now I want you to do, we're going to play a little bit with the chin. So I want you to draw your gaze, which is straight ahead, and the chin, and tip it down just a little bit. So now you're looking down towards the floor. Feel that opening there. And then when you're ready, as you inhale, gently draw your gaze and the chin and your head up. Finding that nice rotation through the scalene muscles. Nice opening. Also a little bit into the sternocleidomastoid. Shift down, gaze comes ahead, and inhale, bring it up. Oh, there we go. Feel that movement, and then let's go ahead, do the other side. So right ear now is coming towards that right shoulder. Gently feeling that open through the left side. And then when you're ready, gently draw, nose down, gaze down. Feeling that opening. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly bringing it up. Still with that left ear, or that right ear, moving towards that right shoulder. Oh, find the grumpy bit. And breathe. And then gently, slowly come back to neutral. Inhale, bring it up. There we go, good. Feel a little bit better. Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna again bring the palms out. What we're going to do is we're gonna let them come forward. So we're gonna protract them a little bit, maybe about 30 degrees. So now what we're gonna do from this place is that we're gonna work on retracting both shoulders together. So what we're gonna do is we're going to pull the arms back. So when you're ready, deep inhale. Exhale and squeeze, pulling back. Good. Take a deep inhale. And now gently, slowly move that into a very slow movement. So we're really asking all the pectoral muscles to start to come online, to draw forward, again about 30 degrees. Deep inhale. Exhale. Use your back, don't use your arms. Pull back. There you go, good. Squeeze. Oh, if we get some popping, that's awesome. And now, again, begin to draw forward. See if you can use those pectoral muscles through the front. Push. Good. And then one more time. Use your back, not your arms. So begin, pull with the back. Oh, beautiful, you guys. That looks awesome. And then last time. Pull through the pectoral muscles, draw them forward. Good. And let the arms come down and relax. Roll, roll. Okay. All right, here we go. Arms are coming back out. Actually, this time what we're going to do is we're going to elevate them. So this is parallel, right? We're going to come up just about maybe 20, 30 degrees. 45 is up there, so we're going to be wide. Now, spread the fingers wide through the palm. You're going to lead with the elbows. You're going to bend. So now we're going to make a W. We made T's, now we're going to make W's. And again, squeeze through the back. So take a deep inhale. Exhale, squeeze and draw those elbows. Oh, whole new range of muscles. Are we happy? We love these muscles. And then a deep inhale. Exhale. Let the muscles go back out. Pulling through the upper part. Okay, and again, exhale. Find the muscles. Arms want to do this so badly, you guys. They really would like to take over. So really make sure that you are keeping this through your back. Inhale. Good. And then one more time. Exhale, pull. Pull, pull. Use those back muscles. Oh, they're like, wait a minute. We're supposed to be able to cruise through this today. Not fair. And then inhale. Good. Let the arms come down. Oh. Okay, you guys. How are we doing? Okay, we got one last one. This is the L. So again, this time, I want you to see if you can keep the triceps, right, the lower line parallel to the floor, and we're going to hinge at the elbow. So it's a deep inhale, exhale, arms stay parallel. Oh, and they may not go very far, you guys. That may be as far as they go, and that's okay. Just focus on keeping the back engaged. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. Oh. Good, beautiful, you guys. And now let it relax. Woo! Aren't you excited that we're gonna get to do these again? Yay. All right, now we're gonna take all of that work and we're gonna bring it into eagle arms. So again, sweep those arms out. I want everybody to begin by waving their right hand. The right hand's gonna come under first. So as you exhale, sweep the arms forward, twist. Remember, if your arms are tight, your shoulders are tight, it's absolutely okay to give yourself a hug. If you can do more, you're gonna bring your arms upright. This is the right hand, what I'm wiggling right now. Can everybody see? The left hand's gonna do the work. It's gonna come back round and join, make the bind. Okay, I'm gonna move myself to the side just so that it's a little bit easier to see. Okay, there we go. All right, so if your body is at 100% right here, please stay. If you've got a little bit more space, go team. Either is perfect. Please understand that. So from here, if your body says yes, you're going to take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to lead with the elbows and ever so gently begin to draw down. It may not be a big movement, you guys, and that's fine. Beautiful, you guys. And just breathe. And I want you to notice where you're feeling the opening. And I want you to breathe into that space and love it. And when I say love it, I mean, no, you're not going to love the discomfort, but you are going to love the body part that's talking to you, because now you're starting a conversation. And yes, I'm holding you here because we need to make sure that the body really realizes that this is its opportunity to do a little bit of opening. And while you're here, if you're feeling tension through that left side of the neck, take a deep inhale. And very gently, slowly, roll that right ear towards that right shoulder. Oh my gosh, we're doing two things at once. Look at us go. And then bring the head up. When you're ready, deep inhale. And on the exhale now, bring the arms back to parallel. As long as your body says yes, you can continue that movement, and then gently, slowly bring the arms up just a little bit more. Breathe. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome. Good. Very good. Now, if you really want to play with this, I want you to find the lower edges of your shoulder blade and feel those draw down. Ooh, yeah. And then gently release. Unwind. Oh, roll those shoulders out. Yummy, 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 yummy. Good. Okay, here we go. Second side. Arms come back up. Please wave your left hand. This is the one that's going to come under when you're ready. As you exhale, sweep the arms. Again, please feel free to give yourself a hug. If you're going to go further, okay, remember this is the left hand. You're going to bring it semi-upright, and now the right hand is going to come round and do the wrap. Okay, now you guys, just because we went one depth on one side does not necessarily mean that your body's going to be comfortable doing this on this side. Okay, our arms tend to load or carry load differently, which means that we may not have equal flexibility on each side. So please honor what this side is telling you. So from here, take a deep inhale. If you feel that your body can do a little bit more, as you exhale very gently, slowly, begin to drop those elbows. And again, this may be a very small movement, and that's okay. And breathe. Good. I love you all. You all look like you're having fun. Not. Okay, when you're ready, deep inhale. Gently, slowly bring it back to parallel. If your body says yes, gently continue, deep inhale, and draw the elbows up ever so slightly, you guys. And breathe. And you know what we forgot to do? We forgot to use the neck. So I apologize. We're going to do one more set so that we can do that. Exhale, gently bring it down. As long as your body says yes, bring it back down again. And again, this time, if you are having any kind of neck tension, gently draw that ear towards that left shoulder. And just notice how the opening changes when you bind your arms versus when you don't. And then gently inhale, bring the head back up, unwind, roll those shoulders out. Okay, I'm hoping we're getting to the point of where the shoulders are like, Uncle, I have noodles now instead of too much pressure up here at the top, right? Okay, you guys, especially for us that tend to overdo with the upper trapezius muscles, sometimes we have to get tricksy with them and go, no, let it go. All right, so from here, we're gonna do a twist. So allow your legs to open, right? So basically what I did is, here are my hips squared. I'm gonna allow you to decide. If you like doing hips squared and you want a smaller twist where you're working through the thoracic spine and the rib cage, that's fine. If you wanna do a bigger twist, then what you're gonna do is, so thoracic spine, hips can stay square and forward. If you're gonna move this into a bigger twist, then what I want you to do is take that left leg, move it out, and shift it so that now your hips are at approximately a 45-degree angle. Left hand over here is going to gently become behind. Take that deep inhale, lengthen into that right arm. And exhale. And I want you, as you make this movement, I want you to feel that right hip ease forward even a little bit more. When you've come as far as it's comfortable, allow the hand to come down either on top of the left thigh or behind. Take a moment and play right here by flexing into your feet. You're going to dorsiflect your feet. flex them so that the toes are coming back towards you. And we're just pausing here, breathing. First twist of the day. If your body says yes, and you can kind of feel where it will be safe, you can continue the twist, not from the hips, but from the thoracic rib cage. So through the rib cage, and then gently, gracefully allow the head and neck to be included. And breathe here. Are you still using your full diaphragmatic breath? Those of you that would like to go a little bit deeper yet, take 2 cycles of breath where you pause at the top of your inhale. And then gently begin the unwind. Unwind head and neck first. So they again are looking straight ahead. Gently, slowly take that right hand, inhale, bring it back up. And gently unwind, feeling this right hip now begin to come back. If you need to, you're either going to bend into the knee and bring it forward, or you can lift and slide, whichever is most comfortable. Again, now as we twist in the second direction, if you're coming just from a place of thoracic spine, hips are going to stay square. If you would like to do a bigger twist, you're going to take this right leg, bring it out. So that now my pelvis is at about 45 degrees. We're nice and comfortable here. This time the right hand is going to come behind. Inhale, lengthen into that left arm. Deep inhale. As you exhale, continue to feel that right hip receive, and gently bring the left hand on top, and breathe. Notice how when you do this, you really activate into that left leg. Again, gently flex through the feet, helping to ground through the sits bones. If your body says yes, and you would like to take this deeper, at this point, think about coming through the rib cage gently, and then allow the head and neck to complete the twist. Breathe. If you want to play with this twist a little bit, squeeze into that left glute just a little bit. Notice what happens. Oh, take a moment to notice. Are you activating through that right core? And just breathe here, a couple cycles of breath. Those of you that would like to go deeper yet, please feel free to put a pause at the top. 2 cycles of breath. And then very gently, very slowly, head and neck release first. So once again, you're looking straight ahead. Release that right arm. Deep inhale through the left and gently draw yourself back around. Feeling now the left hip draw back, right hip draw forward, and bring yourself back. How are we feeling, you guys? Good? Feeling a little bit more connected? Okay, good. Yahoo. All right, so from here, since I have you right here, and this is such the perfect place, and it seems to be calling for it, grab your straps. We're going to move into Paschimottanasana, or west facing pose. Okay, you're going to take the strap, you're going to place it over the ball of the foot, and I guess I need to back up a little bit so that you can see the balls of my feet. Here we go. Okay. All right, now you guys, please know that there's lots of ways to do this. If you know that the chain between your low back, your glutes, and your hamstrings is tight, Feel free to bend the knees, okay? Because what I want to promote, you guys, is allowing the back to stay straight, okay? A lot of times what happens when we do Paschimottanasana, especially if we are tight through this part of our both muscle and fascial chain. So Jerry, this is for you, okay? So here's what tends to happen, you guys. We have this incredibly huge piece of fascia that runs from the bottom of the thoracic spine all the way down and runs into our pelvis, our ilium, okay? Remember when we were talking creep? This portion may not really want us to fold, all right? And because it's first thing in the morning, bend your knees. If you know that you've got some fluidity within your fascial sheath this morning, okay, it even has its own name. It's called the thoracolumbar fascial sheath. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I want you to hinge all the way from down here. The shoulders are completely relaxed and your spine is in neutral. We're gonna play with what happens if we engage through our core a little bit and what happens if we engage through our glutes. Please feel free to either hold on straight with the hands, or if it's more comfortable, you can wrap your strap, okay? So do whichever feels best. So here's the first thing I want you to do. Just sit upright. So we're gonna start just in a variation of Dandasana, supported. Please make sure if your legs are straight, you're not hyperflexing your knees. If you need to, place something gentle underneath to keep the joint from hyperflexing. So feel the shoulders relax, gaze this forward. I want you to squeeze through the glutes and again, flex into the feet. So this is just the first variation of the pose right here. Beautiful, you guys. Breathe. And feel how much work your lower torso is doing and how much, because your lower torso, right, so from your pelvis through your glutes, through your quads, your hamstrings, flexing into the feet, how that part is working, how it enables and supports the upper portion to just simply lengthen and soften. And then let that lower activity release for just a moment and breathe. Notice how as soon as you do that, all of a sudden, you may experience a sense of heaviness through the upper torso. Okay. So again, coming back to it, take a moment, squeeze through those glutes. This time, I want you to take that lower core area after you've also not only been squeezing through the glutes, but flexing through the feet. I want you to find this core area right here, and I want you to draw in and up. So I want you to activate it a little bit. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, all you're going to do is begin to hinge through the body. Notice that my elbows are actually bending just a little bit. Breathe. Oh, so now what we're doing is we're getting a really interesting resistance move through the glutes, into the hips, possibly into the low back. It's going to be very low back, like lumbar 1 and 2. Or excuse me, I apologize. Lumbar 4 and 5 into sacrum 1 and 2. And just breathe. And now I want you to release that. There we go. Let go of the strap for a moment. I want you to bring your hands behind. Okay. And just gently, this is going to be the entire curl of the lumbar spine. Just breathe here. And notice how it feels. Let your legs relax. Let your glutes relax. Let your feet do a little wiggle wobble back forth. Now, If you're going to do more than this, what I want you to do is spread wide through the hands. Again, if that's too much flexion through the wrists, please take your hands into soft fists. You can do the same thing from a soft fist position. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. And we're going to cheat. And I want you to take those inner edges of the shoulder blades, gently draw them together. Oh. Neck is still in neutral, gaze is up towards the ceiling, but you're not overextending through the neck. And breathe. And then gently let it relax. Walk the hands back up. Ah. Take a moment now, and I want you to feel into that lumbar spine. So we're doing a little movement through the trunk, you guys. It's good stuff. All right? Here we go. One more time. So again, we're prepped. We're going to do our second set of Paschimottanasana. West facing pose. So we're going to begin in Dandasana or staff. So again, gently squeeze through the glutes. You guys, I want you to notice if you have one side of your glute that's happy to activate and the other side of your glute that's like, yeah, not really, I don't want to do it. So please pay some attention on that side that wants to be a little unactivated, unmotivated this morning. Take a deep inhale, keep squeezing through the glutes. Now I want you to engage, so gently draw up and in through that lower core. And as you exhale, all you're doing is gently bending through the elbows, shifting ever so slightly. Squeeze through those glutes. It's a very small movement, you guys, but you're really active as you're here. Really waking and firing those muscles so that they can begin to once again come online. Allowing them to remember that yes, they have a job, and it is not the joints that are supposed to make the move. The joints make the movement, but the muscles are active. They are there to support the joint. They are there to carry the weight, not the joint. And then gently, slowly release. Woo! Yummy. So a lot of times what tends to happen as we move through yoga poses, releasing your strap, is that the muscles don't want to be weight. They don't want to support to keep the weight off the joint. They're like, joint can handle it. Joints aren't meant to carry the entire weight of the body. That's the muscle's job. Muscles are there, right? They're like, they create the strength, so that way the joint has that mobility. Hands behind, very gently, slowly bring it back. Pause here. Notice how things are feeling now. And then if your body says yes, remembering again that you can do this from a position of soft fist. If your body says yes, take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, gently squeeze the inner edges of those shoulder blades together. And breathe. And then gently, slowly release out. Okay, coming back. All right, what we're going to do next is we're going to use our strap. We're going to come up onto our knees. So those of you that have grumpy knees, please make sure that you have extra blankets underneath the knees. Okay. We're going to take our straps. We're going to do our little wrap, making sure that we are a little bit wider than shoulder width. Okay. And when you're ready, inhale up. Hang on just a second. I'm going to adjust this. There we go. Okay, There we go. Okay. So knees can either be about hip distance apart or they can be next to each other. It's what feels comfortable for you. Okay, take a moment and play. This is a great place to play because we've got a little bit of resistance going. So put a gentle bend in the elbows. My elbows are not straight. There's a gentle bend. And from this place, gently squeeze through the back, squeeze through the shoulders. Let that relax. When you're ready, we're going to begin by moving towards the left. So take a deep inhale. You're going to need to squeeze through your glutes a little bit to create stability. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, gently roll yourself over to the left and allow the hips to float over to the right. Oh, there we go. And breathe. And notice how your body's feeling. Notice where you're finding the opening. We do have a gentle bend through the elbows. And then inhale, bring it up. Exhale, this time allow the hips to float over to the left. Let the arms float over to the right. Oh, breathe. Again, notice where you're finding the opening. It may be a little bit different on one side than it is on the other. And then inhale, bring yourself back up. Allow the strap to come down. Okay, now you guys, I'm going to show you this next piece, what we're working up towards. I'm not going to ask anybody to do this today, but when I said we're working to get ourselves ready for Leslie's class, this is what I mean. There is usually a piece in a vinyasa where you start in high plank, okay? So high plank means that you need to be strong through the core. You need to be squeezing lightly through the glutes and hugging the muscle to the bone. From here, keeping your back flat, you should be able to come down, pause right here. This is Chaturanga Dandasana. And then roll up onto the top of the feet and bring yourself into upward facing dog. Now I know that Leslie provides lots and lots and lots of modifications, so you don't have to do it that way. But I would love for all of you guys to get strong enough so that when you are there, you can do it, okay? So this is what we're gonna be working towards. If you remember last week, we did these little coming into tabletop, right? We did our little scapular push-ups. So I want us to do a couple of those just so that you can remember what that feels like. So we're starting in tabletop. Please remember you've got padding underneath your knees. If this is too much flexion through the palms, come into soft fists or place something at the base of the palm so that you are not flexing quite as, or extending quite as deeply. My bad. You are not extending quite as deeply. So from here, let the arms get strong. Keeping the arms straight, all you're going to do is, I want you to feel the shoulder blades draw together, and you're going to push, right, by pulling the shoulder blades together, it's going to drop the front of the rib cage. So strong through the arms, you're not hyperextending, you're just strong. Squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together. Keeping the arms strong. And then let it relax. And now I want you to feel the shoulders protract. So you're using your pectoral muscles to push away. Or to pull the arms forward and push the backs of the shoulders away. There we go. Okay, one more time. Come back to neutral. Now, I want you to retract, so you're going to pull those inner edges of the shoulder blades together. keeping the arm straight. And now, release that. Begin protraction, drawing the shoulder blades down, drawing, using the pectoral muscles to the front. So the shoulder blades are sliding away, but that's because you're pulling through the front. You're drawing pectoral muscles together. Gently release. From here, you're going to take whatever variation of downward facing dog feels best and feel that release. Remember, if that's too much flexion through the knees, to allow your body to move into a variation of puppy. And breathe. And then gently, slowly let it release. Now, we're going to do a second variation of this, and we're going to begin to bring our triceps online. So I want you to grab 2 blankets or your bolster if it's a flat top bolster, because I don't want anybody rolling. So we've got this right here. All right, now, here's what we're going to do. This actually is really fun. I've been playing with this, and it's like, oh, I want to do it this way all the time. So here's what we've got. Knees are on the blankets, okay? Your ankles can just kind of relax. There's not going to be any weight on the front of the ankles. Go team. Now, the trick here is that I want you to begin to use your core. And this is going to, again, be a small movement. So again, if this is too much extension through the wrists, please put something underneath the base of the wrist or take it to a soft fist. Either way is fine. Please work with what feels best for you. So you guys, here's where we're going to start. Pretty much a straight line between the shoulder and the wrist, okay? And that we've made a little bit of a box. So here's what's going to happen. It's going to be, are you ready for this? As slow as you can. So we're going to start with an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to gently bend into the elbows and go down as slowly as you can. As you inhale, that can be a faster move, so deep inhale. Good. And again, as you exhale, bend into the elbows ever so slowly down. And if your body starts to shake here, oh, that's great. Inhale, bring it back up faster than you went down. One more time. Deep inhale. Exhale. Use your entire exhale. Make this move as slow as you can. And then inhale, bring it back up. From here, this is where it gets really fun. You're going to gently shift your body weight back so that you can take a modified variation, oh yeah, of a child's pose. So again, you're not overflexing through the knees, but the really yummy thing about this is that it really works into all of the muscle attachments and everything in through, okay, the official term is your axilla, but your armpit. And this is a really important place to find some opening. So it's really good for like the insertion points of your pec major. Oh, yeah. Also opens through pec minor. A little bit in the subscapularis. And then gently, slowly release. Come back. All right, we're going to do 3 more, but we're going to do a variation, you guys. Now we're going to do what they call a diamond push-up. So you're going to take your hands, you're going to bring them together so that your hands form a little bit of a triangle, okay? So instead of being in a straight line, now You have a little bit of a diagonal, meaning that your hands are in a smaller line, a shorter line than your shoulders. Okay, so everybody got that? We're gonna do 2 of these. So when you're ready, deep inhale. As you exhale, bend into those elbows. See if you can keep them going back straight. Oh. And then inhale, bring them back up. And then again, when you're ready, exhale. Very gently, very slowly. Inhale, bring them back up. And one more time. Take extended child's pose. Yummy. At this point, if this feels comfortable, this is an option, you guys. You do not have to do this. You can take your left hand, I'm waving it at you, turn palm up, slide it underneath that nice big opening that you have on the right arm, and then just gently, slowly draw it under, through, and let your body open. Slightly different way. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome. That looks fabulous. Release, bring that arm back up, come back into an extended child's pose, whatever variation feels best for you. That's all dependent on how much your knees feel like flexing. And then you're gonna take that right hand, turn it palm facing up, slide it through that nice big opening on that left arm. Gently draw yourself under, breathe. Again, just notice how your body's feeling, how this opening feels. And then gently release. One last time, coming back, variation of downward facing, or excuse me, of extended child's pose. And then gently, slowly bring yourself out. Okay, and come back. All right, you guys. Wiggle wobble through the neck, wiggle wobble through the shoulders, wiggle wobble through the trunk. How are we doing, you guys? Everybody feel okay? Good. All right. So from here, remember those arm postures we did at the very beginning? Guess what? We're going to get to do them again. So come on up. I'm going to change camera angle. Okay. All right. You guys, I want you to keep your chair handy just in case you need it. And if this feels like that's too much, you can do all of these from the chair, okay? So it's really up to you. So the first thing I want you to do is place your hands to your hips, spread wide through the toes, anchor through your feet. Now we're gonna get our glutes involved. Squeeze through your glutes, bend into the knees, okay? If this is too much for the ankles, please make sure that you have padding underneath the heel, so that way you're not asking your body to dorsiflex too much. Okay, so here we go. Are we good right here? Gently, slowly drawing in. So if you look at me from the side, this is about how much I've come down. You can take whatever variation your body needs. Here's the thing I want you to do. Squeeze through the glutes. Notice that I am not tipping my pelvis back up. Does everybody see that? I'm not doing that. I'm in what's called a neutral spine. Okay, and yes, you can have a little bit of a curve in a neutral spine. You don't have to drop your tailbone down. Just let it be neutral. Everybody's is gonna look a little bit differently. So this is where we're coming from. So you're gonna get to squeeze your glutes. This is gonna be a little bit of work. And yes, I know I'm talking too much. Okay, so here we go. So I'm gonna do this a little bit to the angle. All right, just like we did before, arms come out. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Bring the arms up. Inhale. Bring the arms back out. Exhale. Arms come up. Inhale. Arms go out. Exhale. Arms come up. Inhale, arms go out. Now, T formation. Arms are shoulder height, palms are facing down. Bring your arms forward just a little bit, about 20 degrees. Still squeezing through the glutes. Deep inhale. Exhale. Pull through the back to bring the arms back. Making a T. Inhale, allow them to come forward. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, allow them to come forward. Exhale, pull the arms back. Good. Release the arms, hands come to the tops of the thighs. Stand up. Woo! Shake it out a little bit. Okay. Because we have our chair right here, what I want you to do is step wide. Okay, so again, I'm going to put us at an angle just so that you can see. So here's what I've done. Legs were forward. I want you to bring the legs out. Okay. Squeeze through the glutes just a little bit and gently. You're either going to round one vertebrae at a time or do this through a flat back, whatever is more comfortable. Gently come forward. Let your hands come to the seat. And now give your body permission to hang. You're going to place the very top of your forehead on the very edge of the seat. Bend into the knees as it feels comfortable for you. And just let the body relax. Deep inhale. Come from the low belly. As you exhale, gentle ha sound. And again, deep inhale. One more time. Feeling your body soften and relax. To bring yourself out, press down through the palms, lift the torso slightly, bring the forehead off, walk your hands back. Okay, and then walk your feet back. So this way, it's very gentle, bringing yourself back up. We've got 2 more to do for the arms. So again, hands start at the hips. I'm going to take this again to the side. Feet can either be hip distance apart or feet can be towards each other. It's whatever feels best and most stable for you, you guys. This is all about stability. Exhale, gently bend into the knees. Only come down as far as it's comfortable. Squeeze through the glutes. Bring your arms back out to T formation. This time I want you to face the palms forward. Deep inhale, squeeze through those shoulder blades, and now pull elbows down towards the side on the exhale. Inhale, let it relax. Exhale. Gentle bend through the elbows. We're making a W. Inhale, let it relax. Beautiful, you guys. Exhale, bending through the elbows, pull down. Notice if you stop squeezing through your glutes because you're focusing on the shoulders. Okay, there we go. Bring them back out, T formation first. Palms are facing down. Now bend at the elbows so that you create an L and it's parallel. When you're ready, as you exhale, squeezing through the glutes, feel the forearms drop down. This one's actually easier because we're working with gravity. Inhale, bring them back up. Exhale. Inhale, bring them back up. Exhale. And let it relax. Roll through the shoulders, gently draw yourself back up. Oh, yummy. Good. We're going to do a forward fold coming from our chair. So take a moment, grab your chair. Again, I'm going to do this at an angle so that it's easy for everybody to see. We're going to do this with wide legs. Okay, now normally I would ask you just to have the sits bones on the chair. In order to be secure though and stable this time, I want you to go to the crease between the hamstring and the bottom of the glute. One more thing before we completely start, grab a block just in case. So it's all dependent on how far you go down. So just, I'll give everybody a minute because I forgot to mention the block. Good. All right, here we go. I want you to take a deep inhale. Find the length. And then as you exhale, feel your core work and feel it begin to draw you down. Sliding your hands over the tops of the thighs, allowing that to come down the legs. And eventually, depending on how your body feels, placing your hands at the floor. If your body says yes, you can take your block, turn it on its highest length, and allow your forehead to rest on the block. If that's too much opening for you, just stay neutral, let your head and neck hang. So either is fine. If your head and neck are hanging, this is an awesome opportunity to do a gentle yes with your head and neck. So find that flexion, chin to the chest. And then gently inhale, find the extension. Gaze comes forward, opening into the front of the neck. Exhale, flexion. Inhale, extension. And then gently rotate the head over, making a no, over to the left. Coming back to neutral. Over to the right. One more time to the left. One more time to the right. And then notice if, let it come back to neutral, if by hanging out here for a little while, now your body says, yeah, you can rest it on the block. Two more cycles of breath. And then very gently, very slowly. Hands come back towards the feet. Head comes off the block. If possible, bring your hands up to your knees. Gently press down through the palms into the top of the thigh, right by the knee, and bring them back so that it's parallel to the floor. Head and neck are in neutral. And I want you to pause right here. We're going to do this very slowly, you guys. A lot of times what happens is that the fascia is not quite as good at fast movements. It does a little bit better if we do this very slow. Walk the hands back, one hand width. Bring the torso up a little bit more. Breathe here, slow and steady, and then gently press back, walk the hands back. Notice how that feels. Very gently, very slowly. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, so from here, hands are going to take this front brace of the armchair. And I want you just to very gently squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together, creating a very gentle back bend. So very gentle. Feel the opening through the belly, and then gently, slowly release that. Roll the shoulders out. Okay, guys, we get to come down to the floor. Yay. Let's move our chairs out of the way. All right, you guys, gently coming all the way down. Let me adjust the camera. All right. Again, you want to keep your block handy. So you guys, here's what we're going to do. We didn't really have the opportunity to open much into the quadriceps and into the psoas. So we're going to take this time right now. So gently come all the way back down. Keeping the knees bent so that the soles of the feet are grounded into the mat. I want you to squeeze through the glutes. Take your block on its lowest side. Lift and place the block underneath the sacrum. So the sacrum is supported, and the top edge of the block is either right at your beautiful dimples or just below. So fidget with it, make sure that it's comfortable. Taking a deep inhale right here. Again, because we did a big movement fairly rapidly, let your body catch up. So just take a couple cycles of breath, allowing your body to rediscover where it is in space. Arms are down by the side, palms up, palms down, whichever feels best. From here, I want you to take a deep inhale coming from that low belly. And as you begin to exhale, I want you to very gently, slowly slide that right leg straight. And I want you to do this very slowly. It's important that you pay attention to how the back is feeling, as well as how the opening through the front feels. So go slow. When you find an extension that feels really good for your body, breathe into it. And it doesn't matter how much bend you have in the knee. What you're looking for is, where does the opening feel delicious, yummy, feels a little bit effervescent, like bubbles, so that your body can really relax into this and find that really gentle opening. You guys, this is a great way to open through the front side of the body if you have grumpy knees, if you have grumpy ankles. You just got to promise me you're going to do it slow. And then when you're ready, very gently, slowly, breathe that right leg back up. Pause, and I want you to see if you feel a difference between the right side and the left side. And then when you're ready, gently, slowly begin to lengthen. I do a little toe scooch to make sure that I'm moving into this mindfully. Makes it really easy to stop at any point where things feel like they may be bound or resistant. So it's very interesting, you guys. We don't talk about this much in yoga, but there's actually an optimal length of stretch for each of your muscles. Again, you're finding that place where that stretch just feels really good. And if you go beyond that optimal stretch, your muscle actually begins to resist you. So the trick here is to move very slowly so that your body really has a chance to relax and to find its best stretch, okay? And the slower you go, the more likely it is that you will find that best stretch. There's a bunch of mechanoreceptors, okay? They are like, they're motor nerves. And if you move really slowly, they are more likely to allow you, means that they won't tell the brain that you're moving too fast, that the brain is going to need to send information down that says, stop the stretch, it's dangerous. So there really is something to very slow, mindful, breathful movement. And just breathe here, finding that space where it just feels really, really good. Big, full, deep belly breath. And then when you're ready, just as gently, just as mindfully, begin to bring yourself out. Pause. Take a moment to notice the difference in your body. And then when you're ready, ever so gently squeeze back into the glutes, press down through the feet, remove the block. Very gently begin to bring the back all the way down. And then when you're ready, give yourself that gentle hug, Apanasana, energy-free pose. Breathe here. If your body wants to rock back and forth, if your body wants to move into blissful baby for a moment, please follow what your body is telling you it would like. And then from this space, gently take yourself into your final space of relaxation. So if you need bolsters underneath the knees, if you need a blanket, eye pad, eye pillow, please do what feels best so that you can come into that final space where everything, all body parts feel supported, all body parts can move into a space of ease. Let your arms come down by your side. Just take a moment to notice how the body feels. If you're feeling any kind of tightness, any kind of tension that's left in the body, what I want you to do is take a deep inhale, and with the exhale, I want you to squeeze everything in the body. Tighten it down, hands, feet, legs, glutes, core, shoulders, face, neck, belly, and then let it relax. Take a moment to say thank you to your body for leading you through your practice. Take a deep, full inhale through the nose, filling your body with breath, oxygen, and exhale. Releasing carbon dioxide. Gently, slowly begin to find your way back, fingers and toes, hands and feet. Gentle movements, gentle circles. Then when you're ready, come back into your breath, taking a full deep inhale and exhale. If your body says yes, use your breath to bring your arms up over your head to stretch, really lengthen. Gently drawing the knees high into the chest, give yourself a gentle hug. And roll yourself onto whichever side feels best and most natural. Take a couple cycles of breath here to just notice how your body feels now versus how it felt when you first came. When you're ready, gently press yourself up into a seated position with your eyes closed, your breath soft. Let your thumbs once again come to rest at the sternum, palms touch. I honor the divine in you that is the divine in me, that is the divine in all of us. Namaste, and may the blessings be. Okay, you guys. So I'm asking everyone to unmute. They've changed this, so I can't